I see no god up here. Except for me. Hey everybody, welcome back to more Mass Effect. I'm SlayerMathis, and last time we continued our explorations throughout the entire galaxy. We're doing a lot of these, so it's fine. I believe last time we did get the lost freighter taken care of. And this time, we will be continuing our exploration throughout the galaxy. Starting off by going to the next system that we have yet to meet, which is the Voyager Cluster and the Amazon system.
Commander, incoming signal from 5th Fleet HQ on the Citadel.
Commander Shepard, something uncomfortable has just come up. In the First Contact War, we fired a lot of espionage probes into Turian space. We just received a mission-complete burst from one of them.
Where's it been in the meantime?
No idea. Lost in transit. These probes were built in a hurry after First Contact.
What makes this uncomfortable?
When these probes were launched, we didn't have any idea who we were fighting. We didn't want to risk aliens examining our technology. The probe has a demo nuke built in. A 20-kiloton tactical fusion warhead. About equal to the bomb dropped on Hiroshima back in the 20th. If somebody finds that probe, tampers with it, you don't need me to finish, Commander.
Just because I saved Eden Prime doesn't make me an expert on nuclear munitions.
I know. I wouldn't ask if it wasn't important. These probes have been classified for 26 years. The Council will call fusion bomb booby traps dangerous and irresponsible. The Alliance would face censure if they find this probe. I'm asking you because the Normandy can get on site quickly and quietly. It's in the Voyager cluster.
It's in the Voyager cluster. That's the opposite side of the Alliance from Turian space. How did it get there?
I don't know. It's possible someone recovered it safely and brought it there. It's also possible it got very badly lost. It could have been wandering the relay network since the war.
We'll get on it immediately, Admiral. And we'll be discreet.
I appreciate that, Commander. Good luck. Fifth Fleet out.
Good. We get to dispose a nuke, or defuse a nuke, or do anything with a nuke. I'm sure that can't go wrong. Not at all. Absolutely not. I guess we just kind of have to hope that this is an uncharted planet, which it probably is. Agabinium. Let's pop on in. Who should we grab along for this? Let's grab Garrus and Ashley. Sure. Phew. It's a very red planet. Very red, very windy. I wonder if this got modeled after Mars. Of course, to the shock of many, I'm sure, this game was made on Earth. I know. It's incredibly unbelievable. As for where we've got stuff, all to the north of us. So let's just quick move along. I guess northwest is where the unknown anomaly is. We have the unknown anomaly. We have the ruins, and of course we have the homing beacon. We now know about thanks to the 5th Fleet. 5th Fleet, we will learn more about their stuff later on. They are pretty important. I don't think he is mentioned by name in this game, but Admiral Hackett, the guy who's giving us all the transmissions, he is a very cool, very important character later on. What do we got on this anomaly here? Whee! I love the Mako so much. It's so ridiculous, especially when you can do things like just throwing it off of a cliff. Okay, just looks like just a probe. Yeah. With a corpse next to it.
Redeploying.
Just lead the way.
From the carbonization on the door, see the Nizo brand name. Judging by the charring, the wreckage has been here since the star's last variable peak. Corpse is wearing the remains of an expensive suit and antiquated aviator goggles. Oh, that's actually completely different to the anomaly that we were actually looking for. But still, we do got dude with some sick shades. Just ignore the fact that he's been dead probably for quite a while. He does at least have some pretty cool sunglasses, though. And we're just going to keep destroying the Mako, as we do. Of course, we are pretty close to the end of all of our exploration stuff, at least for now. We have, I believe, we have 2 more big clusters, but there we go. 2 more big clusters, and then I think later on in the game we do get more locations unlocked, but well, right now this is all we can access for before we get started on any of the main story stuff. We got a mine there, we got... Looks like a mine at least. Okay. Little camp there. Just keep her moving. And here we got... Crash probe. We can easily open this up. That is a good thing about having at least some engineer training. We can pretty much always get into everything as long as we have enough decryption and electronics. I believe anything with engineer does have both of those skills. Things like decryption and electronics, those are only unique in... those are things that are only in Mass Effect 1. There's nothing that you can be locked out of in later games by just not having the right skills or right companions or anything like that. Whee! I love using the Mako so much. See, like, it's just fun. It's fun throwing yourself around.
En route.
We can go run on in.
Mine shaft. That's the source of the signal.
Suspicious.
Yeah, this thing didn't crash. Somebody moved it here.
Your grasp of the obvious is inspiring. There's still a nuke down there. Check your corners and watch your back.
Affirmative.
They are very good at spotting the obvious, I will say that much. Alright, we're going in. Nice and quiet. Moving along. Nothing in here, it seems. But always good to be cautious. Just look around. Mainly, I'm looking for things to loot, because I am a dirty looter like that. Alright, we got... That door is closed. This one is not closed.
Shepard, at last.
Have we met?
My name is Ilanos Heliot. I doubt you know it. Who do you think runs the Terminus clan, Shepard, huh? Thousands of pirates, slavers, criminals of every stripe?
In most criminal organizations, it's the one who's recognized as the most successful.
That's correct. The one who kills the most men, seizes the most ships, pillages the most colonies. 3 years ago, I was the strongest. I used my influence to assemble a fleet. We would drive your kind out of the Verge.
You're the one behind the attack on Elysium.
I was the motivator, the instigator, the one who promised glory and riches for sacking the largest human colony in the cluster. The one blamed when it failed. Failed! I was ruined when your kind held against the Blitz. What better way to recover my reputation than by eliminating the first human Spectre?
My crew will come for me.
Oh, let them. We'll be ready. An Alliance warship would make a fine prize. Oh, and if you haven't noticed, the ores here are laced with heavy metals. I'm afraid your suit radios aren't powerful enough to transmit out.
You'll see me again, Halliot. Count on it.
I rather doubt that. Goodbye, Shepard.
Orders, Commander.
We find a way out. Someone up there needs my boot up his ass. See if there's anything in here we can use.
So, this is one of the weirder quests. Now, first of all, this is the quest that the War Hero background is related to. If you have the War Hero background, you will, your character will actually recognize him. However, people who are playing Legendary Edition might not, because, weirdly enough, he is always supposed to be a Turian. That's just something that's true the entire time. But, in the original Mass Effect 1, he actually had a human model when you were talking to him. I don't know exactly why. I don't know if it was a glitch, if it was just they misput something. I don't know, but he was always supposed to be a Turian. They modeled him as a human. So that's just a little bit of fun detail. What I'm gonna do is I'm actually going to... Yeah, no, that's right. I am going to grab a sniper out. Because we drove past there earlier, but now we got some people on the ground down here. And I mean, we are hitting them. But of course we don't have the Mako, and these guys are fairly tanky. I see the hit markers at least. There we go. He's a sniper. I want to try to take you out. Yeah, even if, in Legendary Edition, even if you don't have the proper training, you can still use weapons pretty effectively. Every type of weapon, just because it's... the way that Mass Effect 1 originally worked is that, I did mention this before, there was basically dice rolls, and essentially not having the training in a certain type of weapon meant that you, well, you didn't have proficiency in that, so you didn't really know how to use the weapon at all. So your dice rolls were heavily disadvantaged. In Legendary Edition, however, you do properly aim, and aim actually works, so you can just use a weapon like normal. No weapon's really affected by not being skilled in it. I think those are 2 Krogans that are left, I believe. So I don't know how effectively I'll be able to take them out with my sniper, especially considering how much I have to... Oh, you're on your second life just about, or trying to at least. You can still snipe them with like the pistol if you want, but, you know. We're sniping them. And of course, being this high up, you don't really have to worry about taking too much damage. You can just kind of keep shooting. So, yeah, this is a really interesting mission, just because of the fact that you get kicked out without the Mako. It's a good way to show off in Legendary Edition how things are a little bit different with how the game works, just in general. And of course, all the weirdness with Alanos Halia is, to me, it's interesting, just because, again, he is someone who sees a lot of change between base game, original version, and Legendary Edition. Because of, well, he changes race in that. And it's not like, you know, like a human changing race. No, he's an entirely different, you know, he's an alien now. So, I don't know. It's just a fun little thing for me. I find it amusing. Honestly, there's probably stuff down here, but I'm not gonna worry about it. That's a little bit too busy work for me. So, yeah, I'm just gonna head out, Agabinium is done. That is all of the Voyager cluster, I do believe. Yep. And I think we just have Armstrong
Message coming in
and...
from the brass at Arcturus. Patching it through.
Normandy? Admiral Hackett here. We're getting reports of a marked increase in Geth activity in the Skyllian Verge. Surveillance drones have identified Geth outposts on 4 different planets in the Armstrong cluster. We need someone to take them out.
We have any idea what they're after?
Hard to say. They may be just gathering intel on us. Or maybe they're setting up staging grounds for hit-and-run attacks on human colonies.
It could be the first wave of an invasion.
Let's hope not. We need someone to investigate this, Shepard. Finding Saren is still your top priority, but you've got experience fighting the Geth. You're the logical choice to take out these outposts. We're transmitting all the locations of known Geth outposts in the Armstrong cluster to the Normandy now. Admiral Hackett out.
Well, it turns out he is actually mentioned by name. So yeah, we'll go through there. Also, you have experience fighting the Geth. We've only seen them in, like, 2 missions. One of them, we fought them in the Mako, where we shot them just with a tank. Not really too much work there. And then there's the Eden Prime mission. Just kind of the fun thing about moving along like this. The reason I'm going down here is I want to see if I can get any information from...
Commander, how are you? Why did you want to be a CSEC officer in the first place?
That's a good question. There were several reasons, I guess.
Like what?
Probably the same as most officers. I wanted to fight injustice, wanted to help people. I guess my father had something to do with it too. He was CSEC, one of the best. I grew up hearing about his accomplishments or seeing his picture on the vids after a big arrest. He's taking my resignation pretty hard.
That's tough. But you'd think he'd be impressed you're going after Saren.
My father's a CSEC man to the bone. Do things right or don't do them at all, he says. He thinks I'm being too rash, too impatient. He's worried I'll become just like Saren. He actually talked me out of becoming a Spectre when I was younger, for the same reasons.
You were asked to be a Spectre?
Well, I was targeted as a possible Spectre candidate. Me and about 1,000 other Turian military recruits. I could have received special training, but my father didn't like it. He despises the Spectres. He hates the idea of someone having unlimited power with no accountability. He wouldn't like you, Commander. No offense.
I suppose I can understand his concern.
You can. But Saren's not going to play by our rules, CSEC's rules. If you want to nail Saren, you need to send someone who isn't restricted by policies and procedures.
Don't get caught up in the details, Garrus. We'll find him and then we'll stop him. That's all you need to know.
Good point. Thanks, Commander.
Learn a little bit more about our people.
So, we've got Saren on the run.
It won't be long now. Saren's good, but I'm better.
Good. He's rotten. To the core. I could tell as soon as I met him.
Why didn't you tell me this sooner?
I would have if I thought it was important.
I think I'd like to hear about it just the same.
This was a while ago. A bunch of mercs were bragging about a job out near the edges of the Terminus systems. They said it paid well and the boss was never around to ride them. They said he was looking for more men, too. So I checked it out.
I didn't know Saren was openly recruiting mercs.
It wasn't that open, and he only showed his face once. We'd been raiding ships in the area for months when we took out this massive cargo freighter. Our biggest haul yet. I was on board checking bodies for valuables, looking for some extra credits. That's when I saw him.
What did Saren want with the ship?
I don't know what he wanted. He was just moving through the ship, watching. A couple of the mercs called him by name, but he never spoke to them. Never spoke to anyone. I had a really bad feeling about him, so I got the hell out. Didn't even wait to get paid.
What kind of cargo was the freighter carrying? What was Saren after?
I don't know. All I saw on that ship was food and medical supplies. There were some basic weapons, but nothing big. If there was anything of value on that ship, I didn't see it. That's why I didn't mention it sooner.
Whose ship was it?
There was a Volus trading vessel. Big one. Lots of guards. But they were no match for us.
That's the only time you saw him?
Yeah. Didn't even know who he was. Still wouldn't if I hadn't joined up with you. But my instincts were right. Every other merc on that mission turned up dead within a week. Every damn one.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
What a lovely thing to end the conversation on. Everyone that was on that mission died. Everyone. Okay, bye, Rex. Have fun.
Oh, hello, Shepard.
Are you okay?
I don't know. Your ship is amazing, and your crew's been really great to me. Especially your chief engineer. But I just sort of feel out of place. The Normandy runs so smooth, it feels like we're not even moving. And the engines are so quiet. How do you sleep at night?
The silence wakes you up?
Back on the flotilla, the last thing you want to hear is silence. It means an engine's died or an air filter shut down. I guess you don't have to worry about that here. But old habits die hard. But it's more than just the silence. This ship feels so empty. It's like half the crew is missing. Back home, I couldn't wait to go on my pilgrimage. I couldn't wait to get away from the crowds. Now that I'm out here, I kind of miss them.
Sometimes we don't appreciate what we have until it's gone.
That's true. I'm starting to wonder if that's what the pilgrimage is really about. It's given me a whole new perspective on my people and our culture. You know, there's always a few who go on their pilgrimages and never return. I always assumed something bad happened to them, but maybe they just wanted a different life.
You do plan to return to the migrant fleet, right?
I could never abandon my people, Shepard. I will go back eventually, but we have to stop Saren first. Otherwise, I might not have a home to go back to.
I should go.
See you later.
So at least we got to check in with our crew a little bit, even if not too much. I don't know exactly what
Looking for supplies?
The prompt for
Let's see what
those
you've got.
options becoming available is, but they certainly are available now. Ooh, we have human light armor. Very nice. I'll check that stuff out between episodes, but, well, yeah. Next time we got some Geth to go and smash. Which presumably that should be... I'll probably use that as the entire episode. Might be a little bit long for an episode, but... oh well. Pretty much. So yeah. Until then, see you guys later.